First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Fields. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Bears, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now Jones. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that and he fires one that's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. Eluding the pressure right. Able to hit his target, Claypool. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is incomplete. The Bears at 4-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This pass complete to Melton. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. Second down, another shot for Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Going to try and throw on 3rd down. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Fields. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's going to let it go again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Bears! A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 41, Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 8 coming up. From his goal line here, Fields.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Fields on 1st down.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And inside give to Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Jones again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now it's Fields. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up. Defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error. That means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Rodgers. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. 26. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown!
Romeo Dobbs.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Fields now to throw.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10, Fields again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Fields.
That one complete. Alia. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Knocks over another.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago.
He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To the air again. Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20, And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Rodgers looking to throw.
That's complete to Dobbs.
He's at the 50. 30, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bears 13. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44.
To throw is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. His throw incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Crosby for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Packers 63, Bears 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bears take over the first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do